Hi, good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you? So we continue. I try to bring on Ellington, but it's been blocked, so I'll just continue. Talk what I need to share. You know, there is TikTok. Even if they block Facebook, most of the youths are on TikTok. So, vale ichu shafyam kwai. Vale ichu shafyam kwai. Ama youth having you have a TikTok. And TikTok, no one can hack TikTok. So, too bad. I won't be here long because Nindishwa people are busy, different things. But I just wanted to talk about the police and the judiciary. These two, they are separate entities, but they work together to maintain the criminal justice system in the country. But why I'm bringing this up is that there's a lot of arrests in the country. All the arrests that the Zambia police is doing, they are all politically motivated. Comments below, no comments, something is happening. I think the comments have been blocked as well. I can't see any comments. There's some interference, so even the comments, can somebody type something? I can't see any comments as well. So the comments are not appearing. I don't know what's happening. Let me wait. Maybe, can somebody type something so I know that you are there? I'm not seeing any comments. Okay, I see a like. Let me wait. Maybe the connection is really slow today, Mwandini. Connection, it is slow. Comments, guys. Let me see some comments so I can, so I know that you are there. There are no comments popping up yet, so I don't know what's going on. I see the likes, but I don't see the comments, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, but Peter, first one, yeah, he said, yay, we are in business. Mule commenter, that's how I know you are there. Ngatamule commenter is like I'm just by myself. Say something, guys. So I'm happy that Peter is there. Vapiri Peter. All right, so we are talking about the Zambia police, guys. Zambia police. We are in a police state. We are up to Liva Lawrence, by Oscar, good to see you. By Fred, good to see you. Komuli, kamubola no bantu. Ndalendele rwandirindalike. Ngatamule commenta nishinamfa. What's the word in Bemba? I'm lonely. If you are not commenting, I feel lonely. Because I feel that I'm alone. So when you are engaging, I know that, okay, people are there. Comments. By Fred, good to see you. By Oscar, I hope you're in a good mood today, by Oscar. Poasha Jacqueline, good to see you from Chilanga. So, today on the party by police, Lelo. I don't know, I really wanted to connect with Ellington, but it has been blocked, you know. He can't come on my show. So, I don't know what they have done. Mulai chu shafye, you know, tugalapa TikTok, because TikTok, they can't crack it. So we'll be on TikTok very soon. But even then, when we come live on Facebook, we can just share. They can't stop us from coming live. They have tried to hack my page. They have failed. So deal with it. Bakaluba mulishan. But if you're hacking a page and chai bakalipa. All right, so we are here. We are patriotic Zambians. I just wish people can live above this partisan thing that's going on in the country. You know, if you say something, you are PF. If you say something, you are UPND. How about we are just Zambians, you know? Let us just be Zambians and look out for a better country, Chapwa. For me, when I come here, I am not a PF. I am not a UPND. I am just a patriotic Zambian. Northwestern Province, Mudingahi. How are you? Mulishani, Avena Zambezi. Wow, all the way. Good to see you. Bakaruba Mulishani. Good to see you, guys. Let us be patriotic. Let us agree to disagree with our differences. That's the only way we are going to go forward. When we come together and think about how to make Zambia better, you know. But if we are always fighting, every time I say something, PF, and if I say something that you don't like, you know, it's ping pong. I'm a politics, yeah, ping. If I say something, oh, that's propaganda because you don't like it. It's not propaganda. If I say something, you don't like it. It is called freedom of speech and opinion. I need to start educating you. Some of you do not know. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea what politics is. Mulishani Karen, good to see you. Mike Sakala, good to see you. So I'm here to say that, you know, we have to agree to disagree. If I say something you don't like, it's opinion, it's not propaganda. Every day, Mama comments people, hey, you are lying, you are a liar, you are a propagandist, shani. People get educated. We are in a democracy. It's her opinion. She's expressing herself. That is our freedom of speech. So, anything I say, if I make a post, hey, this is propaganda. It is not propaganda, Mwebantu. It is called freedom of speech and expression and opinion. We are a democracy. Chapwa. That's why in Ngawabuka Facebook, it push what is on your mind. Yeah. So I just want to take that out of the way, that on this page, let's debate as patriotic Zambians. Let us debate as Democrats, people who are thinking and expressing opinions, thoughts, and ideas to make Zambia a better place. Brenda Mlishani, thanks for following. So we are here to brainstorm, to debate. Yeah, even this live is just like, you know, they are interfering. This is part of it, what we are saying. Like, I was in a New Dawn, I campaigned for UPNG, but PF did not interfere like the way New Dawn are interfering on our live broadcasts, you know? Like you can see my page, it's clamped. Like very few people get notifications. Very few people can even come on my page. So how I get my message out is just asking you to share. And I also have a YouTube channel. I usually download these videos on YouTube. But it's very sad because if you are doing the right thing, why should you stop people from talking? Whoever is tampering with these pages is tampering with the freedom of speech. And all these New Dawn in government, they are in government because of the democracy. So if Edgar Changwa Lungu behaved like the way Banyu Don are behaving, would Banyu Don have come in government? Would they have come in power? If ECL was not a democratic man, he would have made sure that the elections were not going to be there. He would have made sure that the elections won't be there. And he would have, even if he won election, he would not have handed over power. ECL never stopped us. I know ECL did a lot of things, whatever, but there was freedom of speech. He never really interfered with the social media space unless for people who were insulting or committing crimes on the social media space. Now, in this new dawn, people are being arrested. So, your opinion, the next thing they abduct you, you said this ABCD on Facebook. It's a shame, really. It is a shame what is going on, Badin. Like every politician, every opposition politician has a police case. Even me, if I was in Zambia right now, a police case. Because I am just telling them about the wrong things they are doing. Our police case and judiciary systems are overwhelmed with political cases right now. People are rotting. Innocent people who have non-political cases, they are rotting in the prisons because our prison, our judiciary, and our police, they are overwhelmed with the political cases. Which brings me to the topic of today. Zambia police and the judiciary. We have problems there, guys. Because this new dawn now have taken over these two entities. They have taken over Zambia police and the judiciary. And when I mean they have taken over, because they are using these two wings as a political weapon for their opponents. Every day, starting from members of parliament to social bloggers to any opposition party, they are all at a police cell. Police office, detention, or magistrate. Some of them are in remand with the cases pending forever and ever. Is this what we voted for, honestly? Is this the better Zambia we voted for? It is sad. It is sad. The law enforcement has gone to the dogs, I can say. Zambia police is not maintaining law and order. Now it is just going after political opponents. We have seen cadres that even have the power now. Ama cadres ebaleima ubuya mkukaka abantu. Cadres, new dawn cadres are arresting people like me who are talking anything against their government. I am a target. I'll be arrested by new dawn cadres. And the people, when they are arrested, they are put in cells to languish. We have a system, we have a process. We have a process which is supposed to be followed when there is a case. You start with reporting that case, a call out is issued, there is an interview at the police, you know, the case is determined, you are either arrested, detained, or released, docket is opened. All those steps, they are not happening, guys. People are languishing. Kada, new doom kada ngai mafi. Like a new doom kada. If I was in Zambia, they would have reported me already. They would have found something in these lives that I said and reported me. And I will be at my house or at whatever. And they keep people in detention. They keep people in cells for simple cases, misdemeanors, in Congole. assault, whatever, minor cases, people are being kept in police cells for months and days. No justice. There is a breakdown of a rule and law. We are not blaming UPND. We are just saying that we expected UPND to come in and clean the systems. People are 6 months. Umuntu bali mukakaba mu remand for 6 months. You know? I don't know, not guilty. Yes, instead of arresting the economy, ubunga 244. Ubunga ni 244. Why are they not arresting the economy? Bekelo kulai kataba twabalelanda. Mama I'm sorry to hear about your problem. I hope finfiala batewi. Mama Chikamonika, I watched your video where you were talking about Mulakuka prison mukutandalila abaichi. People who have been arrested for misdemeanor, they don't even need to be in a detention, but they're in detention. Why? We have a breakdown of a rule of law. They are not upholding the rule of law, guys. They are not safeguarding our individual rights and liberties. They are not protecting the fundamental rights and liberties which are guaranteed by the Constitution. They are not. Nichipante pante fyabantu kulaba kaka fyetulishe kwatika tuishi. We are in the Stone Age. Ama disputes are resolved. Disputes are not being resolved. Oh, mama, good to see you. Mwachule ni mama.
Mkwaina nobody nenchilife mchipata kwini mpumi mulishani wonse na mpesa.
Twatotera mwaisa mama.
Ndefa fyokulanda pufetu mashiwotu nono fe bakwini mpumi. Ubuchushi buli mukyalo kya Zambia hospital kunondi. Abantu balefuma mukombo okuyisa mukula okusenda leftovers yali ashala kwa ma patients. Yali amabwali ama patients nga bali ayashala. Abantu kulasenda mu plastics ukya mukulya kumayanda. Epo level ya buchushi, epo poverty ya Africa mu Zambia. Ndemo na so na meswaya. Yali amabwali ayasha ama patients. Ba patients nga basha ama leftovers. Elo bayisa ama plastic bag. Elo balelonga. Balesenda mukulya. Nichita witness na meswaya. My wife, my witness. Na totela mama. If na chafa fyo kumieva. Epo level ya poverty ya Africa. No, but therefore to understand the reason why to learn that okay, kwacha na ichita appreciate ifin to fiance fili bwino mchalo cha Zambia. No, but it's ni kwisa file bombekela. Ni area nshi oko file bombekela bwino ni area nshi. Therefore kuishwa bakwini mpumi. Because ngatwalanda ati dola na ipona kwacha na ichita appreciate. Nomba economy ya chalo cha Zambia nishita ilevela low. Natural dola na ipona.
Yeah.
Kwacha na ichita appreciate. Nomba chinshi economy ya chalo ya ile pone na kofi. Chinshi ero buchushi ule abule fika bwana nembuleni. Londowele ni kwa bantu we want to know chinshi chile chitika. Limbi tatuishi be fita twasambirira sana. Tatuishi be reason ni ifita twasambirira tatuishi be limbi ifyo mule balance mwe basambirira mutusambirisheko tulefayo kuishiba because muchalo mo dola na ipona kwacha ili bwiro na it's appreciate fifire fyaba fye bwino nomba chinsha abantu balechura anyway abantu balechura abantu balechura nozeko mwishibe abantu kufika ku level iya kuisa mukusenda ama leftovers ama patients bali abashako elo balelonga ama plastics bali amukulya true story ni hospital munondi ni hospital emonde emonefyo Nichi level ya poverty fikiri pesa. Mukyalo omwo tulera ndaki kyalo tulese fya bonse tuleyanga. Because ife tulekwata tuleerya ngaba n'ensu bali abala ekyula. So limbi kuti mwatusambirishako tuishibe because ife tatwasambirira. Tatuishibe reason why ikyalo balela ndatina kiba bwino kira kireba bwino kwacha iri bwino dola na ipona. Nomba why abantu bale ekyulira. Eri pusho lyanje na chafa fyokulanda pumama.
Mwandine. Yeah. File umfisho ba Ellington. I don't know what they have done to your account because sometimes my mama account na yeah when I like she can't come on my page. So I think in your settings, maybe they hacked into your phone and blocked me from adding you because I'm trying, but ile kana Fedesha to accept your request and also to add you ile kana by Ellington. So Mwandi, I really don't know what's happening. But often Ingalanda mama is just sad. Kapishinga my economics ya shani ayo kwebati bale tantamika bale tantamina abantu kula tantama musebo ukuya mkucelebrate tefo tabeshibe. Zambia is the only country in the world where they celebrate in Congole, which they extend in Congole. Mwaya Congole mpia ba miema timukalipira mu 20 years mwambo kushana. Mwandi nine fire ndetela omwenso. And the other thing if ndetela omwenso is political persecution. Members of parliament bose tabale bomba mu parliament yonse bali kumaje kumakoti yonse masupina these people, they are supposed to be in parliament to talk. They are supposed to enjoy the liberties, fundamental freedoms of expression as a member of parliament. No, a member of parliament ingala alanda kofie kumwita kukoti. You are taking them away from within chitobafilo kula bomba makoti. Mu parliament bali ku quotillions. Dollar na ipona ili pali 16 but imitengo tashile ipona. Prices, commodities, they are not dropping. Kuri umu chusha abantu bale chula abantu. Ero na chimona umbi umu kashana. I'm going to mention her name. I went on Linda Banks' page yako. If you go there, you can even see that comment. So if you go on Linda Banks' page, she let me actually read it. If you are in and this is a problem, you know. I feel like dancing. Oh my God! But what to show pay? But to show pay.
Tete batushupe.
Ela pangele Facebook. Pakutine Facebook yaba mulukungu. I can drive for 1 hour. I can be at the Facebook headquarters from where I live. But to show pay, ela pangele Facebook.
Tete batushupe. Kupanga account apentwa joiner. Mama mulishani. Yeah, mama. Mama chikamoneka, I'm very sorry, mama. I know what you're going through. I'm very sorry, mama. I'm happy to see you. Nincho muli mu hospital, mama Spain. Spain, mama tuliwonse mkwai. Finally, we have joined. The honest truth is that I feel like breaking down. Why is because even as the young people have been recycled into thinking like the current politicians, there is no difference. I thought we are better. And when I say I thought we are better, honestly speaking, I believed that we are better as young people. I thought we are the people that would turn around the events of the country. I thought we are the people that will make our older politicians realize the mistakes that they've made. These politicians have been there since independence, since 1990, since 1995. They've been making mistakes, some of them which are now costing us. These mistakes are costing us. I remember when Zambia started getting debt, when Zambia started to Kongola, I think I was 4 years old, 5 years old. Look at where it's gotten me. I wasn't there, but I'm suffering. I'm in this situation where I have to concede to Zambia begging. People made decisions on my behalf without my consent because they had the power. Should we honestly still give them the more power to make decisions even after we are able to make them for ourselves? Should it still be that? I'm talking to a young person. I want a young person to understand what is going on. The people that are today making these decisions, they've been making them ever since. Ever since. They were making these decisions when I was 5 years old. When some of you watching, my young people, you were 5 years old, you were 7 years old, they made decisions on our behalf. Should they continue without an effort to consult us, without the regard of our now born children? Because now I am a father, now you are a mother, now you are a father. Should they make decisions for us and equally make decisions for our newly born children when they will not actually be there when our children will start needing the benefits of this country? Is it fair? Young person out there, this is a question to you. Is it fair? Is it fair? In all honesty, I am crushed. There is a decision of paying in 20 years' time. I don't mind how many are with this decision. For me, it is a dead end. I'm not seeing my child be able to freely benefit from his country until after 20 years. Debt never makes you live a comfortable life. It never does. What these leaders are supposed to be doing now is getting us out of debt within the fastest time, not prolonging debt. The 20 years that has been set, Mami, Mr. Msokotwane would have retired. 20 years from today, he will not even stand on his back straight. Even including my father, Mr. Hakainde. For once, I understand you're a politician, but think beyond politics. 20 years from today, sir, maybe you are going to be aided when walking. People are going to be aiding you. You're 65, you'll be 85. Why do you want to subject innocent people, innocent children, to conditions that are not favoring them? Where is the consulting? I'm yet to come to the MPs, but on this top leadership, where is the consulting? Where is the bringing on board other mindsets that are able to give you different ventures of how you can pay the money? You are making this a one-man show. You, Mr. Msokotwane, and a few others feel you can decide on behalf of 19, 20 million Zambians? That's not fair. That's not fair. Put it in this context. Had Kaunda been selfish, would you have had the few things you celebrate about Kaunda? A lot of you celebrate Kaunda. He did this for us in Kaunda's time. What are we going to celebrate about? What is my child going to celebrate about? Young people, I'm not asking you to love somebody or hate somebody. But what I'm simply telling you, my young person, my fellow youth, is that is it fair, even when we are able to make decisions now, to still have the same people that made decisions on our behalf whilst we were 5 to keep on making these decisions. Is it fair? If it is to you, it is not to me. Na mufamily mwali batu mwana ngakula abafyashi balalekerako emirimu kwe bati nomba wakula, take it up. But with the current leadership, they are too selfish. They can never, and they are not willing to give up power. That is the one thing they want to go to the grave with. They want to die to let go. But we don't want them to die for them to see how beautiful this country can be. We want them to witness. We want them to be there to educate them that you didn't do this thing right. Now it's right. Look at Saudi Arabia. Look at the United Arab. There's no difference with what we have. They use their resource. There is no magic. We go to Dubai, we appreciate Dubai, we do videos, live photos, good situations and moments in Dubai. That was developed with commitment from the leadership. They use their resource to build their nation. How long has Zambia been mining? How long?
Over 100
My fellow
years.
youths,
Over
I'm really
100
crying.
years. In the 1800s. They started in the 1800s, yeah?
I'm really crushed because at the end of the day, we feel when I insult Chipoka, I'll be recognized. I'm disappointed because we feel when I tell him to shut up, to tell him you don't know anything, I'll get recognition. You should be fighting for your own recognition as a young person, not to be recognized by people that are already recognized. You are not identified, my young brother. You are in Chinsari, you are in Vubwi, you are in Nundazi. I'll go live, you insult me. Nobody cares more than I do about you. Every day when I wake up, Mom, I ask myself, God, I pray that you have been able to come through as you have for me. There will be no senior leader of today's government that will care for the young person more than they will for themselves. That I'll challenge you. Because if they did, they can't be repeating these mistakes of making decisions on our behalf that actually don't benefit us. What is the reason behind this? That's my question. Look at how torturing they are doing to us. For them, it's a game. Yesterday, they arrested their fellow politician. It's a game. But look at how that time they are using to play with each other is costing us. That's why on forums I pose this question, Ma'am, to say, if today, let me point out a politician, if today, for example, GBM is arrested, how does it benefit me? That's the question I ask. You want to spend more time as a young person championing and cheering for an arrest of Mondobile. Not that he should not be arrested. Yes, while those things are ongoing, let's drive our energy to what will make us better. I want us to allow these politicians to fight their battles out of power. Have you ever seen when these politicians are out of power, both of them fight each other? Tell me. Tell me. Let's be frank here. Mr. Rupia Banda had his own issues. And even today, I can challenge you. Edgar Lungu, of course, has bad taste with HH and HH equally. But if these two were to be out of power, both of them, I can challenge you if you can see them drag each other to court for anything. They are using this power to toy around with our time. I think we find it amusing. Well, Mami, the truth is we don't. I don't find it amusing because it has no gain. What I should be finding amusing is that this has been developed. We are buying drugs when we can own pharmaceuticals industries in Zambia. Really? We're importing copper wire cables when we produce copper. Every electronic gadget that is on earth has a copper wire. We are number 8 in the whole world producing that copper wire. Do we deserve to be this poor? Even if you choose to come and insult me, ask yourself, do we really deserve to be this poor? Do you deserve to be that poor? Because if you think you're rich, then I feel so sad for you. If you go out to the Western world, you will see people who are rich. Go to Dubai, you will find rich people. Don't think you're living in a 5-bedroom house in a wall fence, you drive a Ford Ranger that you're rich. You're not rich. And the way that people are living out there in Dubai is because of the privileges the country offers to them. That's how we can live here. That's how we can live here. We can have a constant supply of drugs, any drug in this country, without paying 1 kwacha because of what we have under our ground. But we are cheering when they're taking it away. We are clapping when they're taking it away. We think they are there for us. They are never there for us. So all I will say, ma'am, is the country is breaking down slowly, but it is breaking down. The police service is breaking down. I'll say this because what some of us are clapping to now and turning into a new normal is actually abuse. This is a cancer that will come and consume us. Today we'll clap. No, Emmanuel Mwamba is beaten, we're clapping. The other gentleman is beaten while he's in custody, we're clapping. It's a cancer. Even a person that is envying to be a police officer today would think it's how things are done. What are we doing? We are supposed to make these institutions better. Right now, what we're supposed to be doing to the police is increasing their pay. We're
Okay, so Ellington has frozen. Yeah. So welcome, guys. We are here just talking about current political situation and just our disappointment, what is happening in the country, It's so sad. Mama Chikamoneka was here. She's in the hospital with her sister who is terminally ill. And she said that people from the Shanty Township, balea ku hospital, balea kuma patala kuma garbage and picking up leftover nshima. Fidama patients ingabali obwali, fiashala baya posa, abantu kufuma makomboni, balea patala mkutore fiakulia. This is the breaking news, guys. And it's just sad for me. It's heartbreaking. Like a country which is among the 10 top producers of copper in the world, the largest producer of, is it second largest producer of emerald in the world? We have diamonds, we have gold, and we just saw our president go and negotiate a debt restructure, which most of the people, unfortunately, they are confusing to a cancellation because there is the celebrations everywhere. How do you celebrate postponing a debt? Really? I read something on Zambia whistleblower today. They are saying Zambia is the only country in the world where parents and the youths are celebrating for postponing a debt. We are celebrating creating generational poverty. Isn't that ridiculous or not? I don't care. I am bitter. I am bitter for you. If you don't feel it, me, I feel it. If you don't see it, me, I see it. Because this is not what I campaigned for. I didn't campaign for my new dawn to come and do what they are doing, creating generational poverty, extending debts into the future, when people are already like, it's already tight. People have tightened their belts. Ubunga 250, 300. There is no money in circulation. And I want to talk about this post, which is on Linda Banks' page. You know, she posted this 5 hours ago, and this is Linda Banks who posted this. And you know what? I had respect for Linda Banks until I read this post. Because one, Linda Banks, she's in diaspora. 2, she's a mother. 3, she's educated. Mamona, 3 things. If you are a woman, you are a mother, you are educated, and you are in diaspora. 4 things that Linda has going for her. Mother, educated, diaspora, and what is the other thing? Mother, educated, diaspora, and she's a woman. So 4 things, but Linda posted this to say, though we are yet to know the full details of all the other terms of the last week's debt restructuring deal, but I can exclusively tell you that the interest rates of the restructured loans will initially be as low as 1%, and repayment dates will be extended for more than 12 years of average. So this is a person who is educated and is in diaspora, saying that it is okay for this debt restructure because it will be as low as 1%. Now, mathematicians, do the math. 1% of a billion in Ishinga, what is 1% of a billion? Now, we don't even know if this 1% will be paid annually, quarterly, or semi-annually. We don't know. 1% of a billion we are in a country where abantu bali amkula tola if yakudya kuma dumpsters mufipatala tatwa kwa temiti mufipatala, but we have our current leaders going to sign off a deal to postpone our debt when we have a capacity to operate a cash budget using our natural resources. And this what saddens my mind, because educated people like Linda Banks, who are supposed to be actually explaining this, I'm sure she has connections to plot 1. She has connection to the ambassador Monsha. These are the people who are supposed to be talking about paying the debt as soon as possible. They should not be even entertaining interest. 1% of $1 billion, how much is it? Type it there. 10 million, just 1%. But we are talking about how much? 23 billion. So 1% of 23 billion. And we know that IMF interest rates go as much as 8%, 4%. Interest. We haven't even put penalties there. For defaulting those loans, we have not put the penalties. They are not even talking about the penalties. No one is mentioning that these loans, the penalty will have to be paid for the defaulting the loans. Since 2020, default. They have to pay penalties. Nobody's talking about how much penalty they are going to pay. But they are saying the interest is only 1%. Do the math. What is 1% of 1 billion? This is money we are going to be throwing away, giving them. Generational wealth for their children. If we are creating generational poverty for our children. This is why I am not happy. I am really, really not happy. And all of you should start looking at things critically. Number, I'm gonna need 12 years if they extend this, as Linda says, they will not be extended for more than 12 years. So imagine paying 1% on 1 billion for 12 years. We don't know if this 1%, they're going to pay it annually or quarterly or biannually. We don't know. This is a lot of money. Imagine 1% of 1 billion. Yeah? If they just, sit down and say, let's pay off these loans in 5 years, that means the interest, throwing away money in form of interest will be cut. And that money which they are projected to pay in interest over the 20-year period can be used in Zambia. Every Zambian can be a millionaire in dollars if we had leaders who cared. Right now, they have given, how much money have they given to the miners as tax holiday? Imagine if that money was in Zambia. We have leaders that are Dubai. Dubai, they have built that country in 50 years. Less than 50 years. Kunowe, because leaders care for their people. It's the same cycle. Kwaisa ba mwana wasa not Arabi scandals, Lungo scandals. We are here, somebody was like, you are not talking about Lungo's, the son, and the cars that he has. I'm like, the case is in court. Who am I to start talking about matters which are in court? You want me to be arrested for contempt? Let them arrest them. We are here, we are watching. The fact that we are not talking about what is happening to Walungu and his family of over those properties, it doesn't mean that we are happy. We are not happy about it, but we have to stay in our lane. Let the law take its course for anyone who stole public funds, because the theft, all the resources that have been stolen, the consequences is what we are facing now. Bad roads, no medicines, poor housing, poor water, all those things. Anyone who has stolen public resources, that is why Zambia, we have these problems now. So it is sad. It is sad because educated people, especially our diaspora, like we should be the ones spearheading, asking this government to do things the right way. We can't leave diaspora and then we are cheering wrong things that are happening. Our relatives are suffering in Zambia. People like Linda Banks. 1% of 1 billion is how much, Linda Banks? If they gave 1% of what of the 20, is it 14 billion? Kashingama billion yanga we owe. If they gave 1% in your village, Linda Banks, that would change everything. There are millions of dollars, but we have educated people supporting policies which are not helping anyone. And all these politicians who are in government, in closing, they all came from the villages. Remember, youth mwalishukako because mwafiarikirwa mtown. Abenge politician abafumine mu UNIP MMD bafumine mu mishi tabale fwala nensapato mwabona, but they are where they are because of the policies ayaba KK enabled people and empowered Zambians, including by HH. By HH came from a village. Without the policies of KK, HH would be nowhere, including many other ministers. In fact, all these people in their 60s, 70s, none of them came from money. We are all poor. Anyone who was born in the 60s, we were born in the 50s, 40s, whatever, we were all poor. What has made these people to have the money is the policies of UNIP government, which had all this free education and all these things which UNIP left. But then all the presidents after UNIP, the governments after UNIP, they are destroying the country instead of building it. When they came from villages, they should sit and think to say, if KK did not have these opportunities for me, I would still be in a village. So instead of them stepping up to improve lives of people who are not really like Zambia, there is high urbanization, improving lives of people who are already in the cities and in the villages, what are they doing? It's pathetic what's going on. So I end here, guys. I don't know what happened to Ellington, he just dropped. But we'll be talking about this debt restructuring because it's really annoying to see educated people in diaspora supporting it. We should not support debt restructuring. We should condemn it. What we should urge this government to do is to pay the debt off as quickly as possible. So that we stop draining money from the country and start rebuilding our country. Zambia will not will be rebuilt by extending debt. Even if it's 1%, it's a lot. 1% is a lot of money when you're talking billions of debt. It's ridiculous. So I'm done, guys. I'll just read your comments and go. Ernest Mumba, I don't need a position in government. Who told you I want a position in government? And this is the problem of our youth. Mwamona, badi niona ulama brainy. You youths, you are, most of you, there are a few people like Ellington and a few people who follow me on this page. Some of them don't comment. But other Indiama noise makers, maybe some kulembefia upatinena anefa enchito. Badi niona ula. Me, I don't want a job. You know my age. I have worked for over 34 years old. GRZ owed me almost 10 million kwacha in retirement pension. I am done working. I worked in the civil service for 10 years. I have lived in diaspora for over 20 years. So what can I do? What more? You want me to go back in the civil service, or you want me to take a post in a foreign country? Hell no. I don't want to be in any diplomatic service because I've already lived in diaspora for over 20 years. For me, the next destination from here is my retirement home, Chapwa. You are gullible. Mweba youth, you are gullible. Mlomfo ufi. Naponga nika 1 penny baku paper. Alefa H2H1. No, let us be patriotic and save Zambia. Zambia will be saved by you, by youth. Takwa kabio muntu olo foreign na olo IMF atake semi wamishe chalo. Takwa kabe. Nima mwebe ne. Mwebe neba youth ni mwebe. Nga mwaimini na when you see the picture, if in Delanda, some of you, the dots are connecting in your head. Some of you, the dots are connecting. And when all of you, the dots connect, you will rise up and demand these leaders to do the right thing. It's like even a KK, these people who got independence, but when a KK, they were all youths. The dots connected in their head. And they said, no, we want our freedom. This is our land. So currently, some of you youths are still sleeping. You are sleeping. You are brainwashed. But you know the dots are connecting. And it will just take majority because in Zambia, 15 million of the people didn't even vote. So those 15 million, when they get up and say, now it's time to participate in politics, you will see true patriotic Zambians come and change Zambia. Right now, chipante-pante, where you think chipante-pante, kula tukanensele, insulting me, slay queen, so what? I don't even care. You can call me whatever you want. But my point, I'll continue hammering on at least people, connect. People need to see the bigger picture. You cannot have Sokotwani, our economics, 19 Pendef Kondo, to bring solutions from 19 Pendef Kondo in 2023 when all the dynamics have changed. Yeah, so I gotta go, guys. Good night, see ya.